Thanks for staying with us. Our final guest today is someone who embodies resilience and innovation in the world of business. Kehinde Omojuyigbe is a result-oriented and extensively experienced leader with over 21 years of expertise in sales and marketing, particularly in sectors like insurance, finance, investments, asset management, real estate, and management consulting. Kehinde has a proven track record of building new businesses and transforming receding ones into high-profit enterprises. Her analytical knowledge in marketing, sales, building business growth, stakeholder engagement, corporate budgeting, and project management, combined with her managerial and strategic skills, has driven organizational success across various industries, and that's a testimony for her. She's also the driving force behind the Fufu Factory, a company dedicated to producing high-quality, nutritious cassava fufu. Kehinde is passionate about promoting healthy eating habits and sustaining food production, positioning the Fufu Factory as a leader in its field. And in addition to her business acumen, Kehinde excels in networking and relationship building. She's flexible, she's adaptive, she's pretty and always responsive to the evolving needs of the business landscape. Today, she's here with us and she'll share her journey as an entrepreneur and how she's navigated the challenges of starting and growing a business. Let me welcome KCO, like I like to call her. That's Kehinde C Omojuyigbe. So you're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Your CV, your profile has taken half of the program. So we really must jump into it now. I see you've seen it all, yes?
I wouldn't say that.
In the business world?
I wouldn't say that.
Not yet.
No, not really. I think I'm just starting. Like really just.
You're really just starting. I like
yeah.
the spirit.
Yeah.
I like that spirit. So you're welcome once again to the program. Now, hygiene in food production is crucial. Yeah, I'm going straight to that Fufu Factory thing. Yes, and so how does the Fufu Factory ensure high standards of quality and safety in its production process? Given that we've seen how fufu is prepared everywhere, so how do you ensure hygiene and all of that in what you do?
For us in Fufu Factory, I would say that's actually the driving force to come into the business.
Okay.
You can't do anything otherwise. It was going around seeing how the places are done.
Okay.
And seeing how terrible the health of people really do not matters in where this is done. That was the major interest that drove us into the business.
Okay.
This could be done better. And so for us, our food processes and procedures are very conscious of that. Our staffs are trained in food handling.
Okay.
And we go a little further by making sure that our standards are up to national and international level by going for our NAFDAC.
Okay.
So really, we are the only center that prepare fufu in the whole of Nigeria with a NAFDAC certification. And we also have our FDA. And so that attests to how much that is important to us, because this is a food that people trust you on. They're not going to wash it. They're not going to do anything else. They're just going to consume it straight. And so we can't do otherwise.
Yes.
It's very important.
Okay, so fufu, like we know, it doesn't come in maybe the end products, right? When I'm ordering fufu, it doesn't have all the ingredients and benefits stated on it. How do you communicate that to the consumers or the markets? How do we know of the intrinsic benefits of cassava fufu?
One of the things we do is to communicate the benefit of eating fufu made from cassava.
Okay.
By every channel that we could do.
Is that the glycemic thing?
The glycemic index thing, because so that helps people with so people that are trying to manage their health, for diabetes patients, for whatever people trying to control their weight gain and all of that.
Yes.
We make sure that they communicate that. So we have a product analysis behind our packaging. So when you're eating fufu, for every grams that you have, you're eating, you know exactly the calorie you're consuming.
This is our fufu that you're talking calories.
Yes.
In the past, we don't care what, just fill your stomach now.
No, but I think that we're in a stage in Nigeria where people are...
We need to know.
We're sophisticated now.
The numbers.
We need to know the numbers. It matters.
Yes.
So
it sure does, really.
Yes.
It does matter. And I'm happy that you're at the forefront of, pushing such things.
Thank you.
Yes. So now, starting a business is, let me put it this way, is often seen as maybe swimming against the tide. How have you navigated the challenges of entrepreneurship, particularly in a market that may be resistant to change? How have you done that?
I'll tell you what, starting and growing a business in Nigeria is against the tide.
It's always swimming against the tide.
It's always swimming against the tide. And you just have to be determined.
Okay.
You have to hang in there. You can't throw in the towel. You just have, your why have to be strong enough.
Okay.
If your why is not strong enough, you're going to fall.
Well, there are certain things that will strangulate you and, all these...
But...
Forex, this, that.
Yeah. But then, if not now, then when next?
Yes.
There's never a better time than the present. If it's not now, then when? There's never a better time. And so you have to hang in there. You will have to be strong enough. You have to persevere. Whether in raising funds, whether in market penetration, whether in, gathering your team together, whether in relating with the regulatory body, you just have to be strong-minded and determined.
I wish I took a shot of you when you did that. Because it really reflects, how your mind is. You have to be firm.
You have to be firm, strong, and determined. Because, look, the tide will always come at you. It's going to come stronger to you.
Yeah, the tide will come.
Yeah. No matter how beautiful your business plan is, no matter how much you think you've done all the projections, there are things you're never going to have at the back of your mind.
Okay, let me throw this at you. Because we're talking about tides now.
Yes.
Now, when the tide comes strong, it's not your strength that matters sometimes. It's maybe your innovation or something. So I would want you to tell me, what role has innovation played in your journey as an entrepreneur, and how do you continue to drive innovation in this Fufu Factory thing that we're talking about?
First of all, innovation was the bedrock for us
to even start.
Because the mindset is that there cannot be a modern way of preparing this good traditional food. So for us, it was like, what do we do? How do we make this better?
Doing differently.
How do we do this differently?
Yes.
And so for us, for almost every step of our journey, from how we source our raw materials, what we look out for, to the partners that we deal with, to our packaging, even our impact on the environment. We're making sure we almost don't leave any negative impacts on the environment. We do clean energy. Our packaging materials are recyclable, and the goal is to make sure that even our wraps are biodegradable. For us, that's very paramount. That's where we're going.
Yeah.
And one of the things
you're protecting the environment.
Yes, because it's not just about giving the traditional food. We're conscious of the Paris Agreement. We're conscious of the impact of every of our activities on Mother Earth, on the environment. Yes. Because at the end of the day, it comes back to us all. The
responsibility is ours. Really.
And it's our health, so that's where we live. And somebody needs to take care of it. And so for us, that's very important. And like so our business processes and systems is driven on innovation. And we always try to get better at what we do.
Yes. So, okay, your profile took half of the program. Eh? So now I want you to tell me. I wanted to share some key lessons, of your experiences too, from your journey, through all these corporate boardrooms and all of that, because we want you to be able to aspire to inspire, aspiring entrepreneurs, people like me who want to be like you when we grow up.
I'll tell you one thing. I had the past best life of my life when I was in the corporate world.
Okay.
I enjoy every bit of that life.
There was a lot of pampering and all of that. Doors were opened for you.
I got to the executive level. I got to the
boardroom
level. So yes, that comes with its own perks and all of that.
Yes.
But coming over to this side of my life,
yes,
the only regret I have is I should have gone for it earlier.
It
could be challenging, but it's so rewarding because it's batting purpose, actually. It's batting purpose because so you're in the corporate world, it's structured. You're just like a square in a pen in a square hole or whatever that's
peg,
called.
Yeah, square peg in a
yes.
Yeah.
But when you're coming on your own, for everything that you think you've learned or there's still some shockers that are going to come at you.
You need to now put your hand to the plow directly and drive it yourself. Wow.
And then there's some things you will never. All my life, I've been more in the service industry. And then here I come, food processing, manufacturing. It's like flipping the coins.
But you're enjoying it.
But I'm enjoying every bit of it. I'm enjoying every bit of it.
I can see that you're really enjoying
yes.
it. You're really radiating with.
And for me, this is what I want to do. I find purpose in it.
Yes.
And so I tell people that, look, passion is overrated.
Overrated, yeah.
Sometimes you go into something you're not even passionate about. It pays your bill. You know what you're doing. Then you develop the passion for that thing. You can't wait for...
So you're saying that you can develop the passion as you go?
Yes, you can develop a passion for something as you go. It's a matter of mindset. If you're open enough, you will see the beauty of it.
That's another angle that you've introduced.
Yes. Because if you're going to wait for something that you're passionate about, you might wait for the whole of your life.
Okay. So why don't you pick it up and
develop the interest and grow it and love what you're doing? Because that thing that you're doing that you think you're not passionate about is somebody else's dream.
That's a lesson, really. That's a lesson that you've taught me now, because a lot of young people come to me and they say, I'm looking for a job. So the first thing I ask them is, what is your passion? What do you have a passion for? Okay, let's develop that passion. And because you can't get a job these days easily.
Sometimes passion don't pay the bill.
So you just have to grow it.
You develop the passion while you're working at it.
Okay, so I've learned a few tricks there for free. Okay, now let's look ahead. What would you say would be your long-term goals for the Fufu Factory? I'm back to my favorite meal, Fufu Factory, and how do you see the company evolving in the maybe how long have you been?
We're just a little over a year. We actually just 1 year, 1 month.
Okay, so in another 3 to 5 maybe years, where do you see the Fufu Factory?
I see Fufu Factory having a presence in almost all the continent. I'm not over ambitious. I am very.
But fufu is eaten in Togo, Ghana.
It's actually the most
that I know.
staple food within the whole of West Africa and East Africa.
It's there. It's just the
it's
management.
eaten by the Caribbeans. It's eaten now. The highest like on TikTok for fufu was actually from a Chinese woman. About 2.4 million likes for fufu.
Wow. That is our fufu.
Yes, that's our fufu. That's the food we don't really recognize or we think it's something we can play with. That's how interesting it is. There's a TikTok video going around now. It's another white guy that ate fufu and was talking about what food is like. So Fufu Factory was born out of the passion to make this common staple food. It's our beloved West African food.
Yes.
Something we can be proud of.
To give it a face.
To give it that.
To make it, to take its position.
In the whole meal. And most people say they don't eat fufu because they smell. And that's what we do. We give you that authentic, traditional fufu taste. You know that's
smacking of fufu.
That's what we bring to your table without the smell or after smell on your fingers.
You relish it. You still smell it on your fingers.
No,
hours after you wash.
You don't get that from us, but you feel good about eating it because you know you've just had the traditional, authentic taste.
Now you're getting me hungry, and
please do, John.
What I'm going to do is make sure I have fufu for lunch.
I think I'll take you out for lunch to make sure you have fufu.
Oh my goodness, you're spoiling me. You shouldn't have said that publicly.
So if I don't feed you with fufu,
you have to feed me.
What am I doing here?
Great. Wow. So really, I think at this point, I'm so fulfilled having you sit with me on this show. Since you agreed to come, I've looked forward to having you, and wow, I don't regret any minute. I've enjoyed every minute with you. So really, I want to thank you, Kehinde, for KCO, not Kehinde, KCO, for sharing your valuable experiences and insights with us on this show. Your journey is truly inspiring for everyone looking to start or grow a business. So it's good to have you, like I said. And one more thing, I hope that we'll have you again with us very soon. Yeah, say yes.
Yes, it will be my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
So at this point, we would like to wrap up the show. I want to leave you with this thought. It's difficult to read the label on the jar you're living in. So leadership is about stepping outside of your situation to gain a broader perspective. As leaders, it's essential to develop the skill of seeing the big picture and understanding the context in which you operate. Now, this clarity will not only help you make better decisions, but also inspire those around you. Remember that the most effective leaders are those who can communicate their vision clearly and motivate their teams to achieve common goals. So take a step back, assess your situation, and then lead with confidence and purpose. And that would be my nugget for today. I want to thank you all for being with us on this show. From Carolina Hutchins and to Kehinde Omojuyigbe. Thanks for sharing their insights with us. And I want to thank you all viewers for joining me. Remember that this show is on PlusTvAfrica, and we're on DSTV 408 and Star Times 308. I'd like to say goodbye to you all now. I'll see you again next week.